Hey, this is Julian for geekbot.com.sg, and you're going to watch me update my 3DS. Updating the 3DS is a simple matter. Basically, you hit the system settings and go through the system update process. Accept that. Make sure you're hooked up to power, connected to the internet, and you're on your way. Once it updates, simply reboot it, and you'll be greeted with the updated software, which includes the internet browser. With the internet browser, your 3DS can finally go online. Very simple instructions for setup. You just need to make one difficult decision: Google or Yahoo. Pick one and you'll be ready to start surfing the web. Accessing websites is as simple as hitting the URL button, entering a URL, and hitting go. The loading of web pages is dependent on your internet connection. As you can see, it loads Geekbot pretty well. Oh, and don't forget to check out geekbot.com.sg for all the latest from E3. The internet browser scores 90 on the ACID 3 test, but it doesn't load Flash applications or perform HTML5 animations pretty well. It's also at this point of time that I realized that Singapore has no eShop, so I actually went ahead and made a few changes under system settings. The simple matter of changing the country you belong to allows you to access the eShop. Nintendo doesn't allow you to use two countries' eShops at the same time. So if you put your money in eShop country A, you won't be able to use that money in eShop country B. After a while, as it loads, pretty simple setup. If you do have a Club Nintendo account, you can actually sign in, otherwise skip it. After a bit of setup, the eShop is ready to go. All the latest titles Nintendo has announced, including the DSiWare shop, is all here. The software update also allows you to transfer your DSi games to your 3DS. Games such as Cave Story, which I really need to get. The eShop will also play host to several other titles in the Nintendo catalog, like 2-player games, 4-player games, everything about Mario, casual games, and the kitchen sink. Downloading eShop titles is simply a matter of hitting the download button. Keeping in mind as well that not all Nintendo eShop titles are free. Excitebike 3D is only free until the 7th of July. You can sit back and watch the box fill up as it downloads from the Nintendo eShop. And when it's done, Nintendo will actually wrap it up for you. Excitebike's done, let's do the same for Pokédex 3D. Heading back to the home screen, you will find your new software. Unwrap them, and let's launch Excitebike. Excitebike 3D Classics Excitebike is basically a remastered 3D version of the Nintendo Classic Excitebike. As usual, we can't actually see the 3D through my iPhone's camera, so use your imagination. You'll find that Excitebike plays the same way as you remember. It's pretty hard to actually control the game with one hand, but I'll give it a shot. Moving on, we have Pokédex 3D. Pokédex 3D is basically a 3D version of the Pokédex, featuring the 3D models of the Unova Pokemon. There are several other Pokemon, but let's stick to Emolga. I could really watch this all day, but we just don't have the time. The Pokédex 3D also lists at the bottom screen facts about the Pokemon, move types, and a special AR code. That's the free stuff, but adding funds to your Nintendo 3DS account is a simple matter of entering a credit card number or redeeming a prepaid card. It's at this point that I realized that Nintendo accepts any credit card, even ones from Singapore. That's good news for us. So I dropped in $5 from my card and went ahead to purchase Super Mario Land. It doesn't take much to download Virtual Console titles, especially Game Boy games, since there's nothing special about them. They are as original as they came during the time of the Game Boy. Like any proper Nintendo homage, Virtual Console titles take in the form of their original device lookalikes. Virtual Console titles on the Nintendo 3DS also has the option to save the Game Boy game at any point by creating a restore point in the game. Now watch me play Mario. Yes, so the game is like you remember when it first appeared on the original Game Boy. In case you never played a game like Mario before, Nintendo hooks you up with an instruction manual that comes with every Nintendo eShop purchase. That's it for the update. You've been watching me, Julian, present the Nintendo 3DS software update version 2.0.0-2U. Thanks for watching.